Hi Simon, you okay?
Hi, Chris.
Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, you
How?
too.
Welcome to Stockport. How does it
Thank
feel
you.
being at the greatest club in the world?
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant to be at the greatest club in the world. Yeah, no, really good. Really good.
I just wanted to start by talking about your previous role at Brighton. Just if you could just go into a little bit more information about what you did there and how you can bring what you did there, that experience, over to Stockport.
Yeah, sure. I mean, listen, like, as I've touched on, I had, a wide range of roles at Brighton, 18s, 21s, 23s, first team coach. Um, but really and truly, along the way, my job was always to, whatever players I was working with, was to be part of a team that helped them to improve and get better. And always, and I think there's sometimes a little bit of a difference in understanding that ultimately, that I'm yet to meet, whether it be a young player or whether it be a senior player, I'm yet to meet a player that doesn't step foot on a pitch and want to win. So there is sometimes this thing about development football, and ultimately, you know, what development football can't give is a stadium full of fans. It can't do that. But the players, absolutely, the games matter to them. And they want to get better and they want to win games of football. So along the way, the challenge has always been there to make a team effective. And at Brighton, obviously, one of my remits was to help the 23s get promoted into the top division, and we achieved that. And luckily, or whether it's not luck, along the way, we also managed to play a part in developing some extraordinarily talented young football players as well that are now playing in the Premier League or in other clubs in and around Europe. So that was my role, take a group of players, be part of a high functioning team of staff, make them better, and along the way, help the team win games of football. So I don't see it as too much different. And certainly, my day to day work and, what I will do will be very similar from that point of view too. So, my range of roles at Brighton, I can certainly, draw upon that experience to try and influence what I'm doing here as well.
Obviously, you have this experience of non-league football as well. What were you expecting to find at Stockport County, and how have your impressions compared to that in the couple of weeks that you've been here?
Yes, I can tell you that my impression is that I'm very, very impressed. There's a real high level of professionalism and a real a structure here that I think gives a real chance for success. And that's how we're supported on the footballing side. There's good experience in and around the club. We've got a very ambitious owner. We've got a board that want to support. We've got a technical director that is trying to improve all different areas of what we do day to day. So I think my impression is that in comparison to Brighton, that there's high quality environment here, and that's something which really attracted me to the role. Whether that be the ambition, or whether that be how we are supported in our training ground and our food and how the players can prepare physically for games. So lots of similarities from that perspective.
Just to maybe put you on the spot a little bit here, how confident
Oh,
are
don't do that.
you? Apologies. How confident are you of promotion in season one? I mean, it's a big ask, but it looks doable. How confident are you?
Yeah, listen, I think it's, of course, I'm aware that that's something that we absolutely want to achieve. But for me, it's about the next game is always the biggest one in your career, and for the group of players and for us as a staff, it's probably, I'm not sure I'm not sure I need to worry about that right now. I think for me, I like to work, right, what's our next game? How do we win it? How do we perform well? How do we get better? When that game's gone, what have we learned from it? And then use it to move on to the next one. So, but what I can say is that, in my first impression, I've got an awful lot of belief in this group of players, and the belief that they've gave me is their attitude, and what they want to collectively achieve. So, what I can tell you is I've got a great deal of confidence in the group that I'm working with. And I hope, and we'll be working as hard as we can to take that into what will hopefully be a strong promotion push.
You mentioned you work with youth academies at Crawley and Brighton. We've seen two youngsters move up to the full-time squad. Just moving forward in your plans, how big a role does the youth development have to play?
Yeah, really important. I mean, that's right. I mean, I worked at every academy pretty much, you know, that I played for. And when I was playing for York City, I worked at Leeds United's academy as well. So, you know, it's always been important to me that, and I'm passionate about, you know, young players having a chance to progress and develop and get into first teams. So I think naturally with the background that I've got and you know the role I've played in that, I think it's a natural thing that's going to be part of any role as a first team manager for me. You know, and it's certainly something that would be in my thinking moving forwards.
Just finally from me, it is a bigger venture, and I know you've already touched on your backroom staff, but I just want to go again to Mark McGee. How easy of a decision was it to make when the opportunity came along for both yourself and Mark for you to make that?
Yeah, I think you know, it's straightforward. You know, it's a good project. It's a great club. It's got a brilliant fan base. You know, it's had hard times. You know, and I can't pretend to be part of, you know, the emotion of what the fans and the people at this football club would have gone through, because I've not experienced it. I've not been here for it. But you know, for me and Mark, we looked at, certainly for myself, I looked at the project and I looked at, you know, of what the potential can be, and ultimately, you know, that the area and the supporters are the most important thing for me. And certainly, what me and Mark wanted to do was, you know, get on board and hope that we give them a team that they're going to be really proud of and want to support and want to get behind. So, you know, and that mixed in with the project and the ambition of the owner and how he's willing to support it. It was a fairly straightforward decision for me in the end.
Thanks very much for your time. Good luck for the rest of the season moving forward.
Thank you.
Thanks.